Breaking news for Spanish property owners. Major regulatory changes have just been implemented that could make your holiday rental illegal overnight. This is an urgent update for the 2.5 million foreign property owners across Spain. We're bringing you this special report on two major regulatory changes that took effect in 2025 and are already sending shockwaves through Spain's tourist rental market. Property owners across the country need to understand these changes immediately. Our 5-minute video will cover 4 main items. First, regarding the new regulation on tourist rentals, could your neighbors now have veto power over your Spanish property income? Second, we will cover the new regulation on the National Registry. Third, how are those regulations enforced? Which regions are imposing shocking 600,000 euros fines? And will yours be next? Last but not least, get our expert advice and learn the 3 survival strategies that could save your investment for current and future owners. The first major change took effect on April 3rd. Our sources confirm that property owners must now obtain explicit authorization from their homeowners association, known locally as Comunidades de Vecinos, to legally operate tourist rentals in residential buildings. This represents a fundamental shift in Spain's regulatory approach. Minister of Housing and Urban Agenda Isabel Rodriguez stated that this modification empowers residents and has been developed in collaboration with local municipalities. The approval process requires a 3/5 majority vote, that's 60%, of both the total number of property owners and the total ownership quotas in the community. We've confirmed there is one exemption. Properties with proper tourism licenses that were legally operating before April 3rd are grandfathered in and may continue operations without obtaining new approvals, provided they don't change their activity. We're also tracking the second major regulatory change, establishing a unified national registry system for all short-term rentals. This digital register for rentals creates the first centralized platform for rental registration in Spain's history. Our sources at the Ministry of Tourism confirm the system will be fully operational in July 2025, though early registration is already open. Spain is the first EU country to implement this European regulation requiring member states to create standardized information systems for short-term rentals. The latest data released by authorities shows more than 18,000 registration applications submitted as of March, with 49% approved, 41% under review, and 11% rejected. Our investigative team has uncovered dramatic regional variations in enforcement and penalties across Spain's autonomous communities. Sources close to regional authorities report maximum fines ranging from 100,000 euros in País Vasco to a staggering 600,000 euros in Catalonia and Comunidad Valenciana. In an exclusive investigation, we've obtained documents showing incredibly detailed local requirements in some regions. On the Costa del Sol, properties accommodating more than 5 guests must have at least 2 bathrooms, and authorities are even checking that mattresses meet the minimum 18 centimeters thickness requirement. Our expert panel has identified 3 viable paths forward for foreign property owners in this new regulatory environment. First, the holiday homeowner strategy. Industry analysts suggest purchasing primarily for personal enjoyment, with rental income becoming a secondary consideration rather than a financial necessity. Second, the long-term rental approach. Traditional long-term rentals with annual contracts offer more stability. Third, niche short-term rental opportunities. There are 2 distinct rental possibilities. First, tourist rentals. These are only viable in specific situations. Standalone villas not subject to community voting, purpose-built tourist complexes, or buildings where tourist rentals are already the norm, and 60% approval is achievable. Second, short-term rentals. Accommodations from 1 month to a few months remain possible in many regions, but specific checks should be given to local regulations. These are not classified as tourist rentals and typically face fewer restrictions. This distinction is essential as different legal frameworks and community rules apply to each category. We forecast that mixed-use buildings will increasingly restrict tourist rentals as resident communities exercise their new authority. For comprehensive analysis and guidance specific to your situation, visit our website. We've published a complete article to navigate these new regulations. Do you own property in Spain? How will these regulations affect you? Share your situation in the comments below, and our experts will respond with guidance. Subscribe to our channel for ongoing coverage of this developing story.
At How to Buy in Spain, we unlock all the doors to your Spanish property. Did you enjoy this video? Hit that thumbs up, drop a comment, and share with friends. Your support motivates us even more to create more great content. Thank you.